This conference will now be recorded.
Hi friends, welcome to AWS Infrastructure Automation with Terraform. See, in this video, we are going to see the basics of Terraform. What is infrastructure, how we are going to use Terraform, right? And something like this. Difference between DevOps tools like Ansible, Chef, Puppet, and with your Terraform. And difference between Terraform and CloudFormation. See, the first and foremost thing, that is, what is Terraform? See, Terraform is a command line tool to manage your infrastructure with a code. That means, if you want to manage your infrastructure with a code, you can use Terraform. That is called infrastructure as a code. Okay. See, simply to manage infrastructure with code, we are using Terraform, and that is called IAC, infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. So for this purpose, we are using Terraform. And before going to discuss something more about your Terraform, so first of all, infrastructure. You can manage your infrastructure in two ways. You have to know that. Okay, two ways. What is those? Actually, see, just assume that you are going to run some application on your environment. Suppose for that, right? Just assume that you required some three or four, just assume Linux servers or any servers, okay, and suppose one database, and one is for suppose to for web servers, and on top of this you are having suppose application server. Let's say that application server is suppose WebLogic or even suppose Tomcat, right? So they are written in Java, right? So whenever if you want to run these containers, okay, you need to you should have Java on each and every server, right? And of course we know that it's not a like based on updated version, again we need to change the Java, right? That means whenever it is required to change, you have to change your existing Java manually, right? Instead of going with manually, right, you can also configure all these servers such a way that they are connected with some tool like Ansible DevOps tool, like, and here you can write some code such that whenever if you want to change your Java on your required servers, so from this code you can push the change of your Java to your required servers, right? So this is also like one infrastructure as a code, and this is the very first method. And here what we are doing on the existing of your infrastructure, like your servers, on the existence of your infrastructure, you are going to work out with your DevOps tools. Okay, that is one way. There is also infrastructure as a code managed by suppose your configuration management tools. But before going to run your application, you should have these servers in your hand, right? That is actually your infrastructure. Yes, you can go with any cloud or own servers or VMware, and you can manage, you can create your required servers for your application, right? But instead of going manually, right, you can create your required servers with the help of either Terraform or with the help of some Python script. In case you just assume that I'm going to work out with AWS Cloud. Now I can create my infrastructure with the help of Python code and Boto 3 module, or with the help of Terraform. But there is a difference, creation of your infrastructure with the help of Python and Boto 3 and Terraform. We will see what is exactly the difference in later videos. Okay. As of now, right, we are going to create our infrastructure with the help of Terraform. How many servers I want, okay, how many database servers I want, how many load balancers I want, okay. So everything you can write a code in Terraform, and if you execute that code, it will create your infrastructure for your particular application, whatever it may be single application or multiple applications. So for that requirement, you can create your bare metal, right? You can create your required bare metal with the help of Terraform. Make sure that you're going to create a new servers. That thing you can do with the help of Terraform. That is also infrastructure as a code. Okay. The first one is you can write some code to manage your existing servers. Okay. So infrastructure as a code for existing environment. And one more thing, infrastructure as a code, okay, to create new environment or create your infrastructure, right? So here itself I can say the difference between DevOps tools and your Terraform. Make sure that in case if you are having some existence servers, you are having some servers, already you are having some servers. On top of that servers, if you want to do some configurations at a time on all those servers, then you are going with your DevOps tools like Ansible, Chef and Puppet. Of course, using suppose your Ansible Chef, you can also create your infrastructure on your AWS cloud. But there is a limitation, there is a drawback. We will see all those things in later videos. But as of now, I am saying that on the top of existing environment, if you want to do some configuration management, then DevOps tools are the better one. But if you want to create a new infrastructure, bare metal servers you need to create from your cloud, then Terraform is the best choice, right? Because basically Terraform will maintain some history, whatever the infrastructure is going to create, that in created infrastructure history it will maintain. But that is not possible with your Ansible, Chef, Puppet, something like that. Okay, there is some disadvantage. We will see that. Okay, so that is the difference, guys. Simply remember that, of course, DevOps tools and Terraform both are used to maintain your infrastructure with a code, but there is a small difference. That is, your DevOps tools are used to manage your infrastructure with a code on the existing servers, but Terraform is used to create new servers, create new infrastructure. That's it. So to create your servers, to create a required bare metal for your application, you are going to, simply to create your servers, we are going to work out with Terraform. Okay. And suppose in Terraform, basically it's very simple declarative language. It's not like a procedural or your programming language. It's like a declarative. Suppose if you go with suppose AWS CLI commands or with your Python script, right? So after giving some variable initialization to perform your task, you need to run some command. But here, just initialization. You don't need to run command. Terraform will take care about that. Okay, that much simplicity is there with Terraform. So definitely compared to Python, that too, whenever if you want to work out with suppose cloud, okay, then compared to that, Terraform is the easiest one to create your infrastructure only, guys. Again, if you want to do some audits, if you want to do some discovery, then Terraform is not the suitable one. You need to use Python only. Okay, there is importance for Python, but along with that, you should know nowadays Terraform as well. Okay. Okay. After that, difference between your Terraform and CloudFormation. See, guys. So up to this moment, we came to know that Terraform is used to create infrastructure. That means like scratch servers, server levels. If you want to create servers, yes, we are going with Terraform. But where you want to create your servers, see, Terraform is useful to create your infrastructure, servers, okay, from cloud, from any cloud. It may be Google Cloud, AWS or Azure or DigitalOcean, whatever it may be. So from that cloud only we can create your infrastructure with the help of Terraform. Okay, and even from VMware as well. Okay, in VMware also you can do uh, infrastructure with the help of Terraform. Okay, then what is the difference between Terraform and CloudFormation? See, Terraform can deal with any cloud. but cloud formation can deal with only AWS, Amazon Web Services. Purpose is same, guys. A Terraform as well as cloud formation purpose is same. That is to create your infrastructure with the help of code. That is IAC, infrastructure as a code. Same purpose, but it can deal with only with AWS. But Terraform can deal with any cloud, including VMware. Okay, that is the main difference between your Terraform and cloud formation. See, going forward, right? No one will use all servers from same cloud. But of course, as of now, there are some of organizations that are purely working using AWS servers, and some of them Google, some of them Azure, right? But going forward, see, some services may be uh, very cheap in some cloud. Okay, based on that concept, definitely organizations will go with different clouds for single project, because they need some, they are going to get some benefit, right, if you go with that. So in that case, it's better to know Terraform. Even if you know Terraform, directly you can work out with AWS as well. There is no problem. Okay. Okay, that's why Terraform is the important one, guys. You need to understand Terraform very clearly. Okay. Now, in order to work with your Terraform, first of all, you should have that software. Okay. See, now here I'm going to work out with installation of Terraform. Very simple. You don't need to actually install your Terraform. Just you have to download some ball, and you need to extract it, and you need to place anywhere on your system. Okay, and you can install your you can place that on any operating system, but based on operating system you need to select different files. That's it. See, there is an official website for your Terraform. Simply, yeah, Terraform. Okay, see, install Terraform. Otherwise, if you can search in Google like install Terraform, then you will come to this page. Okay, now in order to install your Terraform, you need to find the appropriate package. I mean, based on system, what operating system you are using, right? Just go to there. See, here you are going to get your Mac, free, Linux, Solaris, Windows as well. So as of now, I'm working on Windows operating system. Okay, that to 64-bit. So I'm going with this one. So it will download, suppose a zip file. Now zip file, it's going to download. Okay, it's a very simple size. Observe that it's having only 15.8 MB. Okay, very simple file. Observe that this is a zip file. Let me open that and let me extract here. So you need to download zip-file and you need to extract it. Once if you extract it, you will get a single file that is called Terraform. Just copy that. Don't change name for that, because uh, there are some commands which will depends on only that name Terraform. Go anywhere on your system and just place that in any of the specified folder, or you can place it anywhere. So actually, so I created one Terraform directory under my C, and there I placed Terraform. Okay, so already I placed this, guys. So here I am having. Now what you have to do is just to copy this path and go to your system paths. Okay, then properties, advanced system settings, environment variables. Go to your path variable. Okay, edit it and add new. So let me add this. So just now I added. Okay, 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 okay. Now, okay, guys, before going to that, once again I want to give the steps. See, in order to install your Terraform, just simply first step. See, there is only official website to work out with your Terraform. Okay, so there just go to Google Terraform installation. That's it. Simple. You will get a link. That too from official website, that is from Terraform website. Then step 2. So there you need to select, okay, zip file based on your operating system. So select type of operating system and download zip file. That's it. Then step 3, extract that. Extract your zip file. That's it. Now step 4, if you want to copy that Terraform file, see here, once if you extract your file, okay, here you are going to get, you will get simply Terraform file, right? Now you just copy that file into any location, or you can keep it as in download directory itself, but you need to add that path wherever your Terraform file is there. Okay, so now add Terraform file path to system paths, or simply system path. Now in order to check it whether it is working or not, okay, you can just simply go with this command. Let me run that command first here. See, Terraform hyphen hyphen version. Yes, you are getting that version means Terraform is working properly. So you are running this Terraform because you added that path to system paths, right? So that's it. So in order to find whether it is working or not, simply you can run any command of your Terraform. Of course, here I am using to find out your Terraform version. Even not only like that, simply you can write this Terraform. It's going to give some help, means you are going to work out with your Terraform perfectly, right? Okay, now here guys, as of now, where it is, yeah, of course you can also run or Terraform. Simply just run Terraform so that it will give some help, means your Terraform is working properly. That's it. Okay, okay, this is all about how to what is your Terraform and how to install your Terraform. Next thing, just I am going to create very first infrastructure with a simple configuration. Okay, now, okay, let me go to any place. See guys, whenever if you want to write, right, whenever if you want to create infrastructure with the help of Terraform, let me create one directory. Okay, see here, whenever if you want to create infrastructure, make sure that you should have one separate directory for that project. Now suppose here I created demo, and in that I should not have any other files other than your Terraform files. And here, first and foremost thing is you need to create some Terraform file. Make sure that that Terraform file extension is either .tf file or .tf.json, because it also supports JSON syntax. Okay, but for my course I am going with only Terraform syntaxes. That's why I am going to create a file called suppose main.tf. So actually you need to take different file names, and you can take any file name, but already they are suggestible file names for some purpose. Okay, suppose if you want to define some variables, you need to take variables.tf file. If you want to define some provider information, you need to take provider.tf file, and finally you have to take main.tf file. But it's not necessary, you don't need to follow them, but if you follow, just for understanding purpose they are helpful. That's it. Okay, you can write any file name, some xyz.tf, no problem, Terraform can understand that. Okay, okay guys, remember that whenever if you are going to maintain your infrastructure as a code with the help of Terraform, first of all you need to create an empty directory. That directory name maybe your project name, you can take it. Okay, and in that you need to create your Terraform files. So as of now, don't worry what are the different file names you are going to have in your Terraform. In later videos, you will come to know one by one. Okay. As of now, just I am going to take simply main.tf file. See, we know that using Terraform, we can deal with any cloud or even with VMware. Before going to write your Terraform, always before going to write your before going to manage your infrastructure as a code with Terraform, you should tell to your Terraform such that now using this Terraform technique, I am going to work out with suppose AWS cloud or Google cloud or Azure, whatever it may be. You have to say to your Terraform, not to give information to your Terraform. That information is I am going to work out with this AWS cloud. There is a standard syntax for that. Simply just observe that provider you have to write. Then AWS provider. If it is Azure, you can write Azure. If it is Google Cloud, you can write Google Cloud here. If it is DigitalOcean, you can write DigitalOcean. Then curly braces. So inside that, you have to provide the programmatic access for your AWS. If it is Google, what is the way to connect with your AWS? Sorry, Google. There are some keys. You have to provide that keys. Suppose for AWS, we are having access key, right? So something access key you have to provide here. Okay. As of now, I'm not going to write my key. Just assume that, and you need to provide secret key here, and that secret key is something like whatever the key you are having in your console, right? And then region you have to provide. Okay, suppose US East 1. Okay, and see here you can provide your credentials directly here, or you can store your credentials into some file and you can access them. So all those techniques we will see later, but as of now the very basic syntax to pass the your cloud information to your Terraform, you have to write this syntax. Very first itself you have to write provider, type of your cloud, then inside of your curly braces you need to provide programmatic access with that cloud. So suppose for AWS we're having programmatic keys or like access key and secret key, right? Anyway, so here this is the first way in order to provide your cloud information to your Terraform. But I'm not following this. There is one more way. That is, in case if you are familiar with AWS CLI commands, or in case if you are familiar with Python with Boto 3, right? While workouting with your AWS CLI or AWS automation with Python and Boto 3, there is a command called AWS configure. Just observe that. So using this, you can pass your AWS credentials to your host, local host. So actually I already passed my credentials using AWS configure command to my local host. Okay. Okay, it's going to take some time to open that. If you want to see, just wait. Yeah, see, I have given my access key and secret access key, right? Even of course I have provided my region name as well, output format. So this is AWS specific command, guys. It's not for other cloud. It is only for AWS cloud. Okay. In case if you pass your credentials here, that credentials can work in your in this syntax by default. In case if you are not providing your credentials here, your Terraform will look that default credentials which have been saved with the help of AWS configure command. So in my case I am using that. Okay, but going forward we will see all the ways. There are different ways to provide your credentials to your Terraform for your particular cloud. That too here we are going to work out with AWS. Okay, now just now I have given my credentials, I mean my type of cloud and my cloud credentials to my AWS command, sorry, Terraform, right? Now suppose using Terraform I want to create one S3 bucket and I want to create one EC2 instance. So how you can write? declarative language in your Terraform. Guys, one more thing, Terraform is built with Go language, and this declaration is called HCL syntaxes. Okay, actually this is HashiCrop, right? Terraform. So now I want to create my EC2 instance. See, whatever the instance or whatever the service you are going to create with the help of Terraform, that is called resource. So resource, now in my case, my resource is EC2 instance. That is from AWS, right? So AWS instance I want to create. And after that, immediately you have to write the name for that instance. Because sometimes in your Terraform, you may create some 3-4 instances separately. So in order to identify each instance, you need to write some name. You have to give some name. Suppose I am going to take my first EC2. That's it, no problem. Then, in case if you want to create your EC2 instance, right, the minimum basic things you should know what type of EC2 instance you are going to create and what is the AMI for that, right? So for that, you need to write these two variables. You need to declare these two AMI. Let me uh, go to my AWS. Give me a second, guys. I will open my console, and then from there I will select one AMI. Okay, launch instance. Suppose I'm going to select. Sorry, we should have only, we need only AMI, right? Let me take this as AMI. This AMI. Okay, that's it. Nothing is there. But make sure that you should write all those things in double quotation only. Then you need to write instance type as well, right? Instance type. Even you don't bother about this syntax, everything you can find in your Terraform official website. I will show that. Okay, you no need to worry about how to write syntax for each and every resource. Already there are predefined syntaxes, just use them. Just it's like a drag and drop options. Of course not drag and drop, you should have that copy and paste. Okay, along with that, if you want to create some tags, yes, you can create a tags as well. So here I am going to create tags. Suppose name equals to do with Python technologies. Okay, I'm going to write only single tag, but if you want to write anything, you can write any number of tags. Okay, see, just now simply I have written these lines of code to create my EC2 instance. Suppose if you want to create your EC2 instance with the help of, just assume that Python with Boto 3, you should have some lot of work in order to create your EC2 instance. Okay, so you need to import your Boto 3, you need to create an object like a client or resource object. From that object you need to execute create instance syntax. Here we no need to execute any command, right? So it's like a declarative language. Just declare them whatever you want, just declare it, that's it. Terraform will execute that thing. Terraform will take care about how to create your required information resource. Okay, you don't bother about that. Okay, now next thing. Okay, I want to create S3 bucket as well, right? So again, this is one more resource. So in this case, I want to create my AWS S3 bucket. Okay, so here also suppose I am going to write one name for this bucket, not your created bucket, guys. This resource I am going to create and give a name, because in the same resource again after some time I will create one more bucket. So in order to differentiate in your declarative language those two resources, you have to provide some name. Here I am going to take my first B. That's it. Okay, then inside of your curly braces you have to provide your bucket name with the help of this bucket argument. So bucket I am going to create, do with Python bucket. That's it. Okay. Then see, we know that for each and every bucket we should have some permissions, right? Like private, public, public read, private read, public read and write. So those are Amazon control lists, right? In case if you are familiar with your AWS, then you will come to know this. So as of now, I want to make it as a private. See, along with this, I want to create even tags. So here also I am going to create tag simply name equals to for do with Python technologies. Okay. Then close, close the curly braces for tags and for your name. So in case if any syntax is syntactical error, then we'll come to know while running. Just let me save it. Guys, as of now, observe that in your current location, you are having only your main.tf file. Even you don't have hidden files as well. Of course, these two are hidden files. They are for your operating system purpose, right? You don't worry about them. So as of now, you are having only main.tf file. Other than that, you are not having anything. Now, how you can work with that file using Terraform? See, before going to run very first time your Terraform files in the current directory, first and foremost thing, you need to run Terraform initialization command. What is the purpose of it? Actually, you have written your code, your Terraform file to work with your AWS cloud. But you have mentioned that in your Terraform file, right? Now, whenever if you do this Terraform initialization, based on that provided information, you can mention that provided information any file. Terraform will look all files and it can understand what is everything. Okay. Now, whenever if you run Terraform initialization command, based on your provider information, it has to download some plugin to connect with your particular cloud. Suppose if it is Google Cloud, plugin will be different. If it is AWS, plugin will be different. If it is Azure, plugin will be different. Now, in order to download that plugin, because you need to connect with your particular cloud using Terraform. So now to connect with your cloud, you should have one plugin with your Terraform. As of now, we don't have any plugin. So for that, first and foremost thing, whenever you are going to maintain a project with your Terraform, the very first command you need to run Terraform initialization. And make sure that whenever if you are going to run Terraform initialization command, you should have provided information in any one of your Terraform file. As of now, we are having only main.tf file. So in that, you should have your provider information. Okay, but going forward, we will write provided information different file, but no problem. In any one of the file, you should have provided information. That's it. Now just observe that I'm going to run that. Now initializing provider plugins. So it's downloading plugin for provider AWS. Okay. So Terraform can understand this is a cloud, AWS cloud file by reading provider value. Okay. That's it. Now it has been downloaded. Now let me run once again my Terraform ---- version. So actually you are under project directory. Now one more thing. So just now I ran Terraform initialization, right? Let me observe that what are the files are there in the current location. See, there is a hidden file called Terraform is created. Inside that you are having plugins. Okay, that's okay guys. Now, yeah. So after doing your initialization, right? The next thing is you need to run your Terraform file. But before going to execute your actual plan, you can see what will happen in case if I run my Terraform file. See, Terraform plan. Just observe that. Terraform plan. It won't execute your Terraform files, but it will show what is actually your plan. See, you are going to add two resources. One is actually we know that. See, S3 bucket and with this information. uh, we are not going with provide all values, right? We are doing some uh, arguments only, like tag name we are providing, okay, and bucket name we are providing. Remaining all are we are going with. Suppose ACL is also we are providing, right? So yeah, somewhere ACL private. So whatever the information you are going to provide, that will be updated here. If it is not, it will go with default values, same as your Python go-to-3 or AWS CLI commands, or even from command line, right? This is one resource and this is one resource. Finally, you are going to add two resources. Guys, actually it's showing that that is your plan, but you are not executed that. In case if you execute on your AWS cloud, what will happen? That thing it is showing. Now, originally, if you want to execute your plan, then Terraform apply you have to run. Now observe that Terraform apply. See, it's going to add two, but it is asking confirmation. Yes, I want to create. Just give only yes. Okay. Once if you do this yes, right, it will do your action. Just wait some time, guys. It will create your required infrastructure, that is EC2 instance and bucket. Okay, guys, there is some error, that is error applying plan. What is that error? Invalid bucket name. The specified bucket is not valid. Terraform does not automatically roll back the. Okay, what we done? Let me check it, guys. PIM our main.tf bucket. We have given some bucket name. Anyway, let me open my. Observe here services. Let me go to EC2. See, actually, we try to create two services, right? One is S3 and one more is this EC2 instance. See, observe here, do with Python technologies, actually our tag. So this has been created because of our Terraform. Okay. The same way, if we go to S3, actually it has to create, but as of now we got an error. We will rectify that and we will see that information. Okay. ACL tags. Any mistake here, guys? Resource, we are providing AWS S3 bucket, right? Some bucket name we can provide. ACL private tags we are going to take name. Okay, let me check it. See, even I don't want to get confused. So directly I can do from my Terraform. See, AWS S3 bucket creation using Terraform. You will directly get your syntax. You don't bother about how you are going to take it. Okay. See here, somewhere you are having AWS S3 bucket. Okay, as of now, just I'm going to directly copy this. Let me delete this. copy it and paste it. What we did wrong, man? Everything is correct. Resource, we have given a bucket, something like my bucket I have given. Okay, anyway, I want to take, suppose this August 1st 2018 private. Okay, tax. So my bucket, let me take it something like that. Okay. Okay, see here, anyway, because of this error you can understand one more thing, that is, suppose using your Python or your AWS CLI commands, if you have some shell script or Python script, if you run your script first time, it will create some services, and if there is an error, it won't do anything. But here, the error is with S3, right? But not with your EC2 instance. So EC2 will be created separately. The problem is only with S3. Okay, then S3 won't be executed. But if I, after rectifying my error, if I run once again my Terraform file, it won't create a new EC2 instance because already it has been created one EC2 instance. Now using this Terraform file, okay, it won't create a new EC2 instance. Just compare with your other scripting languages, guys. Just assume you are having a one Python script to create EC2 instance. If I run this 10 times, 10 EC2 instances will be created. But if you are having one Terraform file, okay, inside that I have written a code to create one EC2 instance. But if I run this 100 times, 1000 times, it won't create that number of instances. It will create only single instance only. Even though if you run 100 times, 1000 times, it won't create that many number of servers, because it's actually maintaining the history, whatever the task you have done previously. Just observe that. So after running my Terraform apply command, right, so it's going to create one file, terraform.tf state, so actually which consists of your previously executed infrastructure information. Okay, see, you are having that. That's why once again, if you execute Terraform file with the help of Terraform apply, it won't create new EC2 instance. If you want to create two instances, then you have to write two separate resources for each and every instance, or you need to use for loop to create two EC2 instances. Anyway, let me do this Terraform apply. Observe the output. It's going to refresh the EC2 instance. It's not going to create a new EC2 instance. Already that instance is there with us. Okay, that information is going to fetch. Now it is, observed here, it is going to add only one. Actually, inside of our Terraform file, we are having code for creation of EC2 as well as S3. But because of already we ran that script, that file previously, because of that, it has been created one EC2 instance. Now once again, if you run, it won't create a new EC2 instance. Already it is there. It won't do anything. Now yes. Okay. Observe that. So now it's going to create with this information your S3 bucket. Okay, so my bucket is going to create. Once if it is done, see, one added, zero changed, zero destroyed. What is this thing? We will come to know this later. Now as of now, one added. So in case once if you run your Terraform file, if you are able to, Terraform is able to add any resources because of the Terraform apply command, then that is the meaning for this one resource added. Okay, now go to your S3 and refresh it. Somewhere you will find your buckets. Yeah, just now we created this, right? So it's going to create this, not a public, August 1st, just now we created this. Okay, and if you go to your EC2 service, there will be no new EC2 service. So you are having only one EC2 instance, that two already created one. Now I want to change, suppose tag name here. Okay, you can do it from here. Otherwise, just go to your Terraform file wherever it is there. Okay, previously whatever the tag is there, now we just change it. So now I want to write only do with Python, not technologies. Just delete this and save it, and again run Terraform apply. Once if you run this, okay, the change tag name will be changed on your existent EC2 instance. It won't create a new EC2 instance, and it won't do old instance termination. Okay, so it's going to refresh your S3 bucket. Yeah, now observe that what is going to change, it's also showing tag name I want to change. Yes, from do with Python technologies is there currently. Now we are going to change the tag with do with Python. Okay, and observe here 0 to add. No, we are not going to add new services, but we are going to change the existing services resources, just to provide S. And once if it is done, just to go to your console and observe there, you will get updated tag name only do with Python. Okay, just refresh it. So you are having only do with Python. That's it. See, very simple. Suppose if you want to do this action using your of course Python Boto 3, you need to identify the instance ID, right? Manually you need to write ID, and you have to read the tag names, and you have to modify them. There is a lot of work to do this action, but with Terraform your work will be simplified. Very simple work, but make sure that whenever if you are going to work out with your Terraform, under that location you should not have any other files. Okay, I created my infrastructure. If you want to maintain like a version history, yes, you can maintain this directory with the help of git version control system. Okay, and whatever the infrastructure you created, if you want to delete them, this is S3 bucket as well as this EC2 instance, simply you can run this command Terraform. Okay guys, before going to that, just observe that Terraform show command. See, whatever the infrastructure you created, right, that is already there with your terraform.tf state file. But through Terraform command, if you want to see, Terraform show will give all the information about your infrastructure, whatever the infrastructure you created from this current location Terraform files. Okay, now I want to destroy it. I want to collapse. Terraform simply destroy. That's it. It will delete, it will terminate your EC2 instance, and it will delete your S3 bucket. That's it. Okay, so observe here, just let me refresh it. Still it is in running state. Okay, yeah, we need to provide S, and observe that before going to doing this destroy option, it's showing that it's going to delete this thing and delete this thing. Okay guys, there is a lot of thing with the Terraform. We'll go with step by step. Okay, so it's going to shut down means it's going to delete. Once if it is done completely, that will be reflected here. Let me go to S3 as well. Anyway, S3 is very simple, right? Just deleting your bucket. See, I think not this. Yeah, it has been deleted already. S3 bucket complete after 1 second. Already it's done. Okay. So it's going to destroy your, I hope, EC2 instance. Okay. So guys, this is all about very simple introduction about your Terraform. There is a lot of stuff. We will go with that. Okay. Step by step we will go. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Okay, if you want to get latest updates whenever we post some new videos on my channel, just do subscribe my channel so that you will get that notifications. Okay, so guys, we are going to deal with the DevOps automation, that too shell scripting, Python with Boto 3, that is for AWS automation. Okay, and Terraform as well. Okay guys, anyway, To get latest updates from our channel, just subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you, bye.